Hi, I'm Dr. Go, and today I'd like to talk about three subjects using Paganini's Caprices number 9 and number 4 for examples. These three concepts are number 1, the saltando bowing, number 2, left elbow positioning, number 3, the opening of the elbows, the arms, the complete upper body frame. Okay, let's start with first saltando. We go to number 9, the very opening. So, okay, this bowing, I covered it in my Saltando tutorial. I'll put a link for that in the description. Also, you see it in Caprice number 4. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's not a bounce. Okay, it's not. It's this sort of crunchy, yucky thing. It's a nice, controlled, beautiful stroke coming from the shoulder blade, very relaxed hands. Okay? Now, combined with that, you can study it separately, but I believe that's why I'm separating out as point number 2. Okay? But he does kind of put them together, is the idea of the left elbow positioning. If you see the beginning of Caprice number 9, okay, basically, for the most part, it's one elbow position. I mean, you're different positions, but it's basically one elbow. I'm talking about positioning this way, okay? It's basically one elbow position, okay? And just these two, see that? It's just third to first position, but it's one elbow angle here, okay? Now, when he goes later on, he goes to G string, okay? This is a whole different angle. Now I need to insert one tip here, okay? I see a lot of people, their violin is too far forward, too low. And what happens then is when they try to go high on G string and stuff, their upper arm starts running into their ribs. What happens then is a lot of them will pinch and reach, okay? Now, basically, the reason this is dangerous is you are forcing the joint, the shoulder joint, into the side of the shoulder girdle, the girdle of muscles around the shoulder, okay? And that in itself puts undue pressure on the inside of the girdle of muscles. And even worse, there is one bone with a hole in it that there's a strand of muscle that runs right through that hole. If you inflame that thing and you move your shoulder around, so this big ball of inflamed muscle is going through that hole in the bone, the pain is ridiculous. Oh, it's very painful. I would prefer that all the violinists in the world, please never feel this pain because it's horrible. I don't wish it on anybody. So to avoid this, I've had teachers teach me, and I've seen teachers teach 2 different methods so far. I'm sure there are others, but I've seen 2 different methods taught by 3 different teachers on how to avoid this. Number 1, one teacher taught to lean back a little bit and open the shoulders, open the upper core, okay? So when they go up, okay, this problem of the upper arm crossing the line of the ribs is averted because it's here. I've had 2 other teachers teach me when you go very high, lift the violin. So again, the upper arm does not cross the line of the ribs. That's basically the thing. Try not to cross the upper arm past the line of the ribs. Otherwise, you start pinching the shoulder and running risks of horrific injuries in the shoulder. Now, let's get back to this, okay? So, point number 2, elbow positioning. E string, A string, okay? G string. See the difference? E string, A string, G string. This is a whole different thing. This is what he's teaching. It's the same bow stroke. Okay? This is all saltando. Okay? So, those are the first two. Now, the third one, opening up. If we go to the third line, what bar is this? This is just a few bars in. to the beginning of Caprice number 4. You have this nice little scale in Saltando, and then suddenly, big bow. He's having you open up for the 10th. Okay, so okay, and so this is all supposed to be opening everything up. Yeah, you go from big motions, okay, for the 10ths. Okay, you have to open all this up when you start doing more dynamic things. And he has you doing this through the whole beginning of the 4th caprice. Okay, it is only on the second half that he does something different, and he introduces it carefully. You see the beginning. Okay, now I've heard people having difficulty with this. Really, it's just finger relation. Keep the 4 down, reach down. Keep the 4 down, reach back up. And if you're having difficulty with the 4, again, put the 4 either on the side or between the strings and feel the fingerboard. You get more purchase. It's easier to stretch out and feel the pinky more. Okay, now we go on. Another place people have problems is when he goes from and then, and this is all this type stroke. And honestly, when I'm not practiced up right now, but when I perform it, I do it, and then I go off the string, uppo staccato, the whole thing. Okay, but the thing is that this is all the same stroke, whether you are doing, as I covered in one of the uppo saltando strokes in my previous video, or which I do not recommend for this. Okay, number 4, number 9 are all this stroke. It's all the same beautiful brush stroke. Okay, there should be no scratching in these, and that's what he's teaching. Opening. So let's put this into perspective. We have saltando, a nice beautiful stroke, relaxed, coming from the shoulder. We have elbow positioning. Okay, then we have opening of the upper core to relax everything. Yes, and the whole time with this beautiful stroke to center our efforts. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope I've given you guys some areas to think about. Again, if anything I'm saying in this video is contrary to what your teachers are telling you, please ignore me. Listen to your teachers, okay? Wish you guys the best. Cheers.